Let's begin with a few definitions. Sexual liberalism is a freedom sexual behavior, often detached from traditional, moral, and ethical constraints. It encourages based on personal reference rather than responsibility or long-held values. The anti-life mentality refers to ideologies that or actions that values or oppose the sanctity of life, including acceptance of abortion, contraception used to avoid life, and the undermining of the family as the cradle of human life. A short history on sexual revolution. To understand today's challenges, we must look to the past. Before the 20th century, sexuality was rooted in marriage, procreation, and moral responsibility. In the early 1900s, figures like Freud and Margaret Sanger began challenging these norms, promoting sexual freedom and birth control. After World War II, shifts accelerated the field. Feminism, LGBTQ, visibility, and media began redefining sex as personal fulfillment while seen as progress. This led to sex being disconnected from love, life, and commitment. By 1980s, the AIDS crisis highlighted the consequences, and today, digital cultural presents new issues like pornography, hookup culture, and gender ideology.
Indicators of sexual liberalism encompass a range of behaviors and attitudes, including permissive sexual attitudes, willingness to engage in casual sex, and a more lenient view of infidelity. These indicators can manifest in both individual behaviors and societal norms surrounding sexual activity. For example, a monogamous relationship may consider a personal or emotional relationship with an extriadic person as infidelity. However, multiple partners are not considered to constitute infidelity in consensual non-monogamy.
For the purpose of this video, we classified casual sex, premarital sex, marital infidelity, cohabitation, and teenage pregnancy as obvious indicators because each directly departs from traditional norms about when, where, and with whom sexual activity should occur, making them easily observable measures of increased personal autonomy over one's intimate life. In contrast, same-sex marriage and divorce represent deeper societal shifts, reshaping the definition of marriage itself, while the other redefining its permanence, showing changes in societal attitudes towards sexual and relational commitments.
All of these factors indicate sexual liberalism by prioritizing individual choice, challenging long-standing social and moral preconceptions, and separating sexual behavior from exclusively procreative or marital contexts.
To address this dilemma, we must implement comprehensive education regarding sex and sexuality in general, and emphasize consent, responsibility, and respect to the conjugal act. At the same time, policymakers and community leaders should engage the population through open dialogue such as public forums, counseling services, and inclusive legislation to support healthy relationships and mitigate potential harms without resorting to moral condemnation.
The Catholic Church is really concerned about how modern ideas are making people forget the true value of life and are causing problems in marriages and families. Church teachings like the Gaudium et Spes and the Humanae Vitae reminds us that love, marriage, and having children are all part of God's plan and shouldn't be separated or treated casually.